What is going on, guys? My name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video. Now in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Grand Theft Auto 5 during the year of 2015, taking a look at how the game evolved and changed to what it is today, as well as also taking a look at some of the best moments this year. This year, of course, arguably being one of the best years we have had so far for Grand Theft Auto 5, we of course saw the implementation of 7 updates into the game, adding 56 vehicles, 9 weapons, hundreds of clothing items and masks, several new game modes, and much more. Now first of all, let me take you all the way back to March the 10th, when we received the first update of the year in Grand Theft Auto Online. This of course was the long-awaited and highly anticipated Heist update, which we as a community waited over a year and a half for just to see its release. Of course, when GTA 5 was first launched back in September of 2013, Rockstar expressed their interest to release such update into the game, but finally, a year and a half later, the Heist update was eventually released into Grand Theft Auto Online, and it was so popular, with so many players returning to the game just to play this new update, that it resulted in the GTA Online servers going down and staying offline temporarily for a number of hours. So this right here just goes to show how highly anticipated the Heist update actually was. There's so many people trying to connect to the online servers at one given time that the servers themselves couldn't handle the traffic and they shut down. But I can certainly understand why the Heist update was an awesome update, certainly one of the best, if not the best update we've ever received in Grand Theft Auto Online, implementing multi-part heists, raids and robberies that you could carry out with a team of 4 players across Los Santos. And along with the addition of the Heist update, we also saw the introduction of 16 new vehicles into the game, these including the Dinka Enduro, the Vapid Guardian, the Karen Kuruma and the armoured variant of the Karen Kuruma, the Lamprey Casco, the 5-seater Vellum aeroplane, the Mammoth Hydra jet, the Heavy Insurgent and Heavy Insurgent pickup, the Valkyrie, a new variant of the Mule Truck, the Karen Technical, a new variant of the Boxville van, the Class A Gang Burrito, the Savage Attack Helicopter, and finally, the Principe Electro. But overall, the Heist update was a brilliant update, certainly one of the best we've ever received in Grand Theft Auto Online, even though the update itself had been delayed a number of times during the year and a half leading up to its release. Anyway, so moving on to the next stage in the Grand Theft Auto 5 timeline, this being the release of the PC version of the game. This was also delayed several times. You may recall initially it was set to be released on January 27th, but just 2 weeks before it was set to be released, Rockstar stated publicly that unfortunately the game wasn't quite ready yet and they were pushing the release date back to March 24th. Then just 1 week before this release date, they stated again publicly the game still wasn't ready and there were still things to be done to it, so they were pushing the release date back even further to April 14th, when it was finally released on this day. Then on June 10th, we received part 1 of the Ill-Gotten Gains update. It was effectively a high life update for those players that had thrived throughout the Heist update, adding some really cool but very expensive items and vehicles into the game, such as the Bagassio Cyrus supercar, the Albany Virgo, the Ennis Windsor, the Benefactor Sterling GT, the $5 million Swift Deluxe, and the $10 million Luxor Deluxe jet. Then a month later, on July 8th, we saw the release of part 2 of the Ill-Gotten Gains update, also adding some more expensive items and vehicles into the game, such as the Coil Brawler, the Vapid Chino, the Invetro Coquette Blackfin, the Progen T20, the Dinka Vindicator, and the Lamprey Toro Speedboat. The 2 Ill-Gotten Gains updates as a whole were very cool and extremely popular, but unfortunately left many players with very little spending money afterwards. But thankfully, just 2 months later, on September 15th, we saw the release of the Free Mode Events update in Grand Theft Auto Online, which became the quick answer to regaining some of our wealth. This update added a number of different ways to make some quick and easy cash in just a number of minutes in Grand Theft Auto Online by simply participating and completing some free mode challenges, time trials and events. But unfortunately, it was also at this point that the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 stopped receiving updates in Grand Theft Auto Online due to hardware limitations and the inability to run any additional updates in the game. But this now meant that Rockstar could now focus on producing their best content, not content limited to the platforms that were receiving it, thus resulting in the release of the Lowriders update on October 20th, which introduced a whole new way to customize vehicles in Grand Theft Auto Online. With this update, we saw the introduction of a brand new custom shop named Benny's Original Motorworks, where we could now carry out more customizations than we'd ever been able to before, adding customizations such as hydraulics, interior customizations, stuff under the hoods and in the trunk, and so much more. And this update also added 6 new vehicles and variants, these being a new variant of the Albany Buccaneer, a new variant of the Vappuccino, a new variant of the Albany Primo, a clean version of the Declasse Voodoo, the Willard Faction, and the Declasse Moonbeam. But then just 9 days after the release of the Lowriders update, we saw the release of another update in Grand Theft Auto Online named the Halloween Surprise Update, adding several new items, game modes and weapons, as well as 2 new vehicles named the Albany Frankenstanger and the Albany Lurcher. But then on December 15th, we saw the release of my personal favourite update in Grand Theft Auto Online. This was named the Executives and Other Criminals update, and hands down, this added more content into the game than any other update had ever added. Content such as the option to purchase and customize a super yacht, the option to purchase customizable apartments, the introduction of stilled houses, over 19 vehicles, some new jobs, some new weapons, and much, much more. But going through the new vehicles added with this update, they include the Super Volato and the Super Volato Carbon Helicopter, the Benefactor Turreted Limo, the Benefactor Shafter Long Wheelbase and an armoured variant, the Benefactor Shafter V12 and an armoured variant, the Imponte Nightshade, the Declasse Mamba, the Bravado Vialura, the NS Cognoscenti and an armoured variant, the NS Cognoscenti 55 and an armoured variant, a new version of the Galavanta Baller and an armoured variant, a long wheelbase version of the Galavanta Baller and an armoured variant, and a new version of the Cargo Bob. But overall, as I'm sure you guys would agree, the Executives and Other Criminals update was truly awesome. It was definitely my favourite update of all time in Grand Theft Auto Online. But then moving on to the final update of the year, this of course being the Festive Surprise 2015 update, adding loads of Christmas themed content into the game, as well as a new vehicle named the Declasse Tampa. So 2015 has certainly been a great year for Grand Theft Auto 5, but I want to get your thoughts and feelings about it. What have you guys thought about Grand Theft Auto 5 this year? What was your favourite update, and what new content have you liked the most that we received this year? So let me know your thoughts and feelings by leaving a comment on this video. It would also be greatly appreciated if you guys could also take a few seconds out of your day to click the like button, as it helps me out a lot. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I really recommend that you do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.